Product focus, one of my very favorite tools in the Milwaukee line, most used tools, is a 1/4 inch M18 Hex Impact. This sucker gets used now. This is really clean. We must have just opened this one out of the box. I've got these things, I've got 3 or 4 of these things in my life. This is the non-cert version, the regular version of the tool, but let's talk about this specifically and why I think you might want this. So 1/4 inch hex is pretty obvious. You would do like a you'd set it up, or you drive in drywall screws or drive in wood screws. You could also set it up with an insert type bit. But the nice thing about the 1/4 inch quick change is that I can switch and swap between bits rather quickly. And if you hang around Obsessed Garage long enough, depending on when you're watching this video, we may or may not have this up in the store, but I believe Milwaukee has 175 plus different accessories, different bits, different hole saws, different tools, different step bits that you could buy in order to accessorize this, which we'll have that available in the Obsessed Garage store. Instead of being stuck with the 32-piece set, I want the 180-piece set if that's what exists. And so this one, if you follow Milwaukee model numbers at all, this is a 2853, and they sell it in 2 different versions. So they sell it, we sell it, in a 2853-20. 20 implies that it's just the tool. So when you open this up, there's nothing else in here but a tool. And I think they don't even put, there are no bits inside, there are no batteries inside, just a really simple way to buy it. This is the least expensive way to buy it because you're not buying all the stuff that comes with it. And then they sell it as a 2853-22. So 20 means no batteries, the 0 means no battery. 22 means it's a kit or a package with multiple batteries. Now you're getting some pretty significant value when you buy the difference. The delta between these is about 130 bucks, something like that. But you're getting, actually the delta I think is $160. So it's depending on when you're watching this video. So there's a substantial price difference, but each of these 5.0 batteries are well over $100, and so even if you're not going to use the charger and the box that this comes with, I'm usually going to discard that. I throw the charger away because I'm using a rapid and supercharger. You're still getting $60, $70, $80 in value by buying the kit. So this is one of the tools where I would highly suggest you consider, unless you just have 100 extra Milwaukee batteries, that you buy the 2.2 version of this, because it comes with the extra batteries that you're going to need for the tool to function. You can use this with the high output batteries as well as the traditional XC. This is the most common Milwaukee battery. This is the 5 amp hour rated battery. It fits on here nicely. The newest version of this, the clip or the belt clip on these, is now extended out, so you can grab and use it with one of the high output batteries, like a 3.0 or a 6.0. So here's what it looks like. If you look at the difference in the footprint, a 3.0 battery is quite a bit wider than and bulkier than the XC battery. And so the newest version of the tool, the clip is set up so that you can put on the high output batteries as well as the big boys as well, the big giant versions, like the 12 amp hours and stuff like that. But the tool will accept any of the M18 line without any modification or any adjustment. I believe that this is one of the tools that if you do transition or you move up to a high output 6.0 or 8.0 or even HD 12.0 battery, 9.0 as well, that the tool, the circuitry in the tool, I believe this is one of them that will give you a little bit more torque. This is rated at, they get so complicated with this stuff. This is rated at 2,000 inch-pounds, which is, they do the conversion here, which is 225 Newton meters. So what does that make it? It's like 175 foot-pounds or something like that. So it's 2,000 inch-pounds of torque. Let's just say I think it has enough torque to do any kind of nut driving or screw driving that you're going to need. The M18, although it's not rated at a whole lot more output than the M12, the M18 does feel more powerful, especially when you put a bigger, bulkier battery on it. I think that functionality, I think I would still prefer, if I can only have one, I think I would prefer the M12. This is certainly going to be a bigger workhorse with a bigger battery. So if you're buying one for the first time and you don't have the budget to buy both the M12 and the M18, although I prefer the use of the M12, I use that one more often than this. I think that if you can only have one, that you would buy the M18 version. And you would buy this standard version over the Surge. They do make a hydraulic driven, it's a little quieter, a little smoother, but this has more torque and has a little bit more output. And so this is like the worker's tool. This is the workhorse. This is something you're going to use quite often. It's not going to pull off a set of lug nuts on your car, but it's going to break loose most nuts, most bolts, and most things you're going to be doing in the garage. It will function quite well. It does have a little stay here on the side, a little magnetic stay where you can put your bits, you can lock them in on the side, and it does have four settings, four torque settings, setting 1, 2, 3, and then it has like a screwdriver auto sensing type mode, which I don't find myself using. I usually just leave it. I leave it in mode 3, and I just adjust it with my finger. It does have a adjustable potentiometer type trigger where it's a progressive trigger that you can adjust the speed. You have your forward and reverse like any drill or impact would have, and you have cooling vents out the back. So really pretty simple tool, well-designed tool. These have, I believe, 5-year warranties on all the M12 and the XC batteries. So Milwaukee has a great site where we can send you to. If you need a tool replacement, you go direct to them. They send you a new tool, or they'll have you send it in and they'll send you a new or repaired tool. They're really, really great about that. So this is the M18 2853-20 quarter-inch Hex Impact Driver that I think this is one of the very first tools you buy in your arsenal, and you're going to use it around the house, you're going to use it on the car, you're going to use it in the garage, you're going to use it all over the place. And I think you're going to want a couple of 5.0 batteries is what I use this most commonly with, because it's very well balanced. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. Go to obsessedgarage.com. Check out all the different packages, various bit sets, and things like that we'll have for this tool.